Hello, I'm Susan Miller, standing in for Dick Pryor. Thank you so much for being with us. College campuses are expected to be safe environments for living and for learning. But for some young women, campus can be a dangerous place, which can affect their physical and emotional health. A federal report indicates that 1 in 5 women will be sexually assaulted during her college years. Some researchers believe that may be a low estimate and are advocating for bystander intervention to help curb sexual violence and abuse.
Oklahoma State University in Stillwater is one of 77 college campuses across the nation under investigation by the United States Department of Education for its handling of rape and sexual assault complaints. So this semester, OSU requires all students to take an online course about sexual assault awareness. It's called One is Too Many.
I've experienced some form of abuse or threats of abuse in a current or previous relationship.
Of the 24,000 students attending OSU this semester, 16,000 have completed the course, including senior Caitlin Lloyd.
It really opened my eyes to the fact that people get sexually assaulted by people they know. It's not a stranger just walking down the street wanting to attack you.
Caitlin says the One is Too Many program broaches subjects students avoid talking about.
Does putting women down make you feel big or something?
The online instruction took Caitlin about 45 minutes. Those who fail to take it face serious educational consequences. Carrie Hulsey Green is a public information officer for the university.
If you don't complete the training by October is when we start enrollment for the spring semester, you won't be able to get into your classes, you won't be able to enroll.
The most recent data published by the U.S. Department of Education indicates there were 11 forcible sex offenses on the OSU campus in 2012. That compares to 6 forcible sex offenses on the University of Oklahoma campus in Norman. Dr. John Fobert is an OSU professor who has conducted in-depth research on sexual violence against young women. He testified before Congress on the subject, and his work has appeared in a wide variety of highly regarded journals.
We have to recognize 5% of women on college campuses every single year are experiencing this. 1 in 4 have at some point in their lifetime. So this is not just something that happens to 1 or 2 students.
Fobert says research shows as many as 80% of females raped on campus were victimized while they were intoxicated, and that fraternity men are 3 times as likely to commit a sexual assault than other male students.
There are 2 characteristics that increase his chances for committing sexual violence tenfold. The first one is, does he binge drink 2 or more times a week? And the second is, does he have friends who give him support for committing violence against women?
Fobert is the author of sexual assault prevention programs for both men and women, which have been taught at more than 200 colleges and universities nationwide. He says they have been proven to make a difference.
We were looking specifically at high-risk college men, so we took a look at the men who had joined fraternities that year. And of the men who joined fraternities, those who saw the men's program committed 40% less incidents of sexual violence than those who didn't see it. So we had a 40% treatment effect.
Through anonymous questionnaires, Fobert learned that those who took the program changed their behavior. Members of the control group did not take the program. 10% of them admitted to sexual violence, including rape. Those who did participate reported no rapes, but 6% did report some sexual coercion. Fobert's program is not the one OSU is requiring students to take.
I think it's good that OSU is presenting something to students, and so that's a step in the right direction. I think it's best to make decisions on programs based on what the data have shown and what's published in a peer-reviewed journal to show it has some effect. And to the best of my knowledge, and I read the data every day, I have not seen any data in peer-reviewed studies from that particular program. So I'm skeptical.
In OSU's One is Too Many online instruction, students are asked to intervene if they see someone being taken advantage of or in a compromising state. OSU senior Stephen Ogle says he's already speaking out.
We can stop the cycle, we can stop it perpetuating, and eventually I'm hoping that it might never be fully stopped, but we can at least raise the awareness for people to realize how wrong it is and to actively be looking for these situations so that they can help potential victims.
But you just need that one person to say, no, this isn't okay, and I'm going to stop that from happening. And what tends to happen is the rest of the group says, yeah, you're right.
Dr. Fobert says besides educating students, American culture needs to have a no-tolerance mentality when it comes to violence against women and treating them as objects.